What's up, traders? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Austin Silver. I've been a professional day trader for the last 5 years, teaching people my systems and strategies for the last 3. And in today's video, we're going to talk about a question that I've gotten basically more often than any other question ever. People always come to me and ask, how do I start trading with $100? How do I start trading with $500, even $1,000? These relatively small amounts of money. They want to know what is the best way, the easiest way to grow these small accounts. And in today's video, we're going to discuss exactly that. We're going to talk about how it requires a new mindset, a shift in your mindset towards growth. You need to start looking at how you define the word growth differently. Now what we're going to talk about here in this video is different from what the other trading educators are going to tell you. So you might need to step forward here with an open mind. You might need to be ready to break some previous rules, some previous ways of thinking in order to accept this. But by the end of this video, you're going to feel confident and comfortable with this newfound approach. I'm not going to tell you to stop doing anything. I'm just going to shift the way you're thinking about it and shed some light on a couple new facts. So let's start here. I want you going forward, if you're starting with a small account, to treat this account like it's your savings account. You want to look at this as a long-term investment tool, not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is your new bank account. This is your new savings account. And your goal here is to get this account as large as possible. Now, before I go forward, if you are someone who can start with a large amount of money and you're still watching this far in the video, this mindset still applies to you, but to a different degree. I really want you to understand that if you're a new trader, not someone that can start with 10 grand or 20 grand, if you're a new trader and you're starting with $100, $500, $1,000 as you're getting started, right? If that's you, you need to approach this account as something that you're just going to pump money into like it's a savings account as much as you can versus, like I said, the guy who could start with 10 or 20,000, he doesn't need to pump all his extra money into it, but he still might want to pump some of it. Now, let me explain to you why that is. When you're talking about leaving your money in a traditional savings account, you're not going to get more than 2% a year as far as a return on that money. And if inflation is greater than the return from that bank for the savings account, then you're actually losing value of that money as it sits there. So you're losing money. On top of that, you have no control over that money as far as putting it into an investment because it's like sitting there, literally sitting there, not doing anything for you at all. So instead of pumping money there into this traditional savings account that Wells Fargo has, TD Bank has, all these banks have, you could be pumping your extra money into a trading account. And if you gain some knowledge on how to use that trading account, you could be actively moving that money for yourself, taking control of your financial future. People will tell me sometimes, Austin, what about a 401k? That's the other side of the argument, that a 401k is better than a trading account and that it's better than a savings account because you're going to get more of a return than you will in the savings account and you don't have to work as hard and go try to trade it actively like you do in a trading account, right? Well, let me explain to you first the pros of the 401k just to be fair, and then I'll rip it apart with the cons. Yes, if you work for someone, whether it's a trading firm or you have a different job that offers a 401k, that is technically, if they give you an employer match, free money. But when we're talking about a 1 or 2% return and they're matching that and it's small money, we're talking about free pennies. So it's like, I get it's free money, but it's not money that interests me. Now, on top of that, another pro would be you can have some of these 401k plans be taxed as long-term capital gains, which can help save you some money. And like I said already, these 401ks, people will look at them as a pro to the fact that you don't require any maintenance when you're with one. You basically pick the fund, or the job you work for picks the fund, and then you just let it go. You take a piece of your check and it goes right off into the 401k. And you think you're actively saving, you think you're making a good decision with your money, but in reality, you're throwing that money to a fund, paying all kinds of fees, right? First thing about the cons, paying all kinds of fees, administrative fees, 12B fees, all these stupid fees that you don't need to be paying. You could be actively managing this money yourself. On top of that, they're capping your returns. These funds, 401ks, they're not doing 20, 30, 40% a year. We have traders in our team, professional traders on Wall Street even, that are doing 40, 50% in a month. So you're capped on your return. You also have limited control on where the money is invested. Depending on who you open the 401k with, you might not have that many funds to even choose from. Now, it gets worse. Money that you put into this 401k is basically locked up until you're 59 and a half, or you have to take a penalty when you take the withdrawal. The kicker about all of this is that these actually have maximum contribution levels to them, which means if you're under 50 years old, you can only put in 2019 $19,000 into your 401k. So if you wanted to put 20 grand into an account, right, to let it grow as an investment, you couldn't do that here with a 401k. So your returns are capped, your control is capped, your money's locked up, and it's capped on how much you can add into the account. It sounds like it's got a lot of negatives to me, which leads me back to my point of why active trading accounts are the best place to start building wealth. You have full control, you have larger potential gain, unlimited deposits, and withdrawals without a damn penalty. So where is this even an argument? Well, we could talk about the fact that most people are lazy and most people don't want to take control of their financial future. But if you are watching this far, first give me a thumbs up, help the algorithms. But if you're watching this far, you do want to take control of your financial future. You understand, as I said at the bottom here, you're not going to get rich letting somebody else make decisions with your money. You're going to pay them in too many fees. They're going to charge you without you knowing it. They're always going to undercut you. That is life. It's human nature. It's what human beings do. They always look out for themselves more than other people, for the most part. Keep that in mind when you talk about investing your money with someone or a fund, right? I don't trust that shit. Not at all. You need to take control of it. I need to take control of it. If I want to achieve financial freedom, if you want to achieve financial freedom, we need to control it for ourselves. So what do? And this is the groundbreaking stuff I was talking about before that you might not have heard before, and I want you to accept it unbiased. Number one, you're going to fund this account through active trading with a profitable system. Everybody knows that, right? Whether it's my system with the ASFX stuff, or if it's another system you find that works well for you. I'm never going to say that we are the only system out there, because there's tons of systems that work. You got to just find the one that works for you. Now, the second way, and this is more of the, like I said, the groundbreaking thought, is if you're starting with a small account, and you're not pumping money into a 401k, and you're not pumping money into a savings account, because I kind of squashed both of those for you now, then you want to pump money into the trading account. You want to take the extra income that you're making with your job, with your other skills, with whatever it is, and if you're already investing it into a 401k or a savings account, you might want to consider rerouting that into a trading account. You can learn the skills that you need to actively manage this money. It's not that complicated. And if you can do this and you can actively add money to an account, look at the chart here. You're going to see the growth over the long period of time. At the top, you can see where I wrote 3-year return. I didn't want to show you just 1 year. I wanted you to understand, like I said at the beginning, this is about long-term investments, right? It's a new approach to your trading account as a long-term investment. So here, if you can just pull 4% a month, which is a very, very low return on your active trading account, if you can consistently pull 4% a month and you're adding $100 a month to your account from your other streams of income, from whatever else you can do to make money, your account's going to have $6,000 more in it over the course of 3 years, at the end of those 3 years, versus if you didn't add just $100 a month to the account. Just $100, right? Now you're going to say, well, Austin, percentage gain wise, it's a better percentage if I don't add the money. That's not the reason we're making this video. That's not the reason we're having this conversation. That would apply if you had $100,000 there, or even $10,000 there in your initial investment. But because we're talking about starting with a small amount of money, a small account, you want to get that account as big as you can, as fast as you can. And that requires you to pump money into it from other streams of income. So the reasons you should be doing that, to sum this all up one more time, the reasons you should be pumping money from your extra streams of income into your trading account, not your 401k in my opinion, and not your savings accounts. Of course, you need a savings nest, and of course, as you make more money, it's good to diversify into a 401k or real estate or whatever, but I'm talking to the people that are just getting started, that do not have a lot of financial standing in the world right now. You're getting started on your journey. We both have to respect that, right? Know where you sit. Know if I'm talking to you. And if I am, you should be diverting as much extra income as you can afford into the trading account. It's going to make you trade less stressful. You're going to not need to force trades, not need to over leverage your trades, not need to oversize your trades. You're going to be able to be, whoa. Did you guys see that? All right. Anyway, that just fell off the top shelf. Look, from up there. I don't know how. Anyway, to wrap this video up, The globe is telling me I'm ranting too much. To wrap the video up, the reasons you need to divert money into the trading account, not to the 401k, not to the savings account. Number one is so you have full control over where that money is being used. Win or lose, you take control of it. Number two, there's an unlimited potential gain out there in the active market as a trader. If you go to these funds, you're capped on your gain. Number three, you can pump as much money as you want into these accounts, no limit on that. You go to those 401ks, they're capping your limit on that. And lastly, the most important reason, it's easy to withdraw money from these trading accounts. If you're using a regulated broker, you can get your money in less than 2 business days. There's no penalties. You can take as many withdrawals as you want. Active money. Instead of putting the money locked up till you're 59, take control today. Start a trading account, actively manage the money, and you'll see a greater return on your investment at the end, by the time you're 59, than you would in the 401k if you're actively doing it with a good system. So I hope that now, after we've gone through the video, we almost got killed by the falling globe, that you guys can understand why I believe that yes, you should be actively trading the small account with a profitable system for sure. That is one way to grow the account. But the second way, the way that most people are not talking about, is to pump money into it from other streams of income. Give yourself a year. Why are you rushing trying to go full time as a trader? Give yourself a year. Most people can trade profitably and still have another job. I run 2 other businesses. You can absolutely do that. So why rush it? It's the societal Instagram definition of full-time trading. It's only full-time trading. No, you can trade profitably and do other businesses and pump money into the trading account, get the trading account so big that then you can not need the other businesses. You can sell them and just trade. Think bigger, people. That's the point of the video. Give yourself the long term, think bigger, pump money into the savings account, and go slow. Find the proven system and go slow. I hope you guys learned something in the video today. Sorry we almost got killed by the falling globe. I'm not sure how that happened. But if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed probably seeing my funny face as that thing just fell on me, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you guys are subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next trading video.